Oh, what is happening right now? I mean, what the actual fuck is going on?
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming
when I open up Steam, and I'm always getting the feeling of coming whenever I'm sitting gaming at my desk.
So I'm coming day and night.
Back in 2017, we got Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Divinity Original Sin 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evil 7, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Nier Automata, PUBG, and Fortnite. And 2023 is just making that look like another drop in the ocean. 2023 is like 2017's big, pissed off, tattooed older brother who comes home from college during the summer and fucks girls in his bedroom, probably. I mean, seriously though, I can't remember the last time I've had so many games that I've wanted to play and just not enough time to play any of them. I mean, I've got a backlog now of probably about a dozen games. And it's incredible. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I want to have this problem for as much time as possible.
So, you know, I'm in heaven.
It goes without saying that the major releases so far this year have not been disappointing. Tears of the Kingdom managed to live up to the hype and then some. I think it made Breath of the Wild look like a beta in retrospect. Everybody I talked to seemed to have a different experience entirely with their first playthrough, and I think it captured a lot of the same magic that Breath of the Wild did. In a different vein entirely, Remnant 2 was an incredibly fun and well-designed third-person shooter, which I enjoyed playing both alone and with a friend. He's just a cute little guy. Assassin's Creed 6, I mean... Animal Crossing. FromSoft continues to drop the giant veiny trouser mic on the stage we gamers call our faces with a goddamn cocaine-induced mech shooter fantasy, all while dangling their sweaty sack of Elden Ring DLC in front of us for the better part of a year. Please, FromSoft, I beg you, never stop treating me like this. The Resident Evil franchise continues to grow with another absurdly polished remake, which I still have yet to play as a massive fan of the original. Street Fighter 6 is a very healthy addition to a franchise which perhaps was in need of some love, which I still have yet to play as a massive fan of Street Fighter 2. Sabotage, the developer of the massively successful indie game The Messenger, released their long-anticipated Sea of Stars. It's a heartfelt callback to Chrono Trigger and other JRPGs of the time, and like their previous game, made a stunning impact on gamers upon release, which I, as a fan of their previous game, have yet to play. Nintendo snuck F-Zero out just a week or so ago at their Direct, and let's hope they notice how well it's been doing, because this is a franchise myself and a lot of other people I know would love to see make a resurgence. Bethesda managed to release a game in a pretty finished manner. Hats off to them. Starfield did not fail miserably, and you know, I'm kind of happy to say my expectations have been way off. Nice. I'd like to play this pretty soon. If I had the goddamn time! And man, after all these other titles, I was so ready for Lies of P to just be another Souls-like with major hype and no delivery, but damn, man. Unfortunately, I made the decision to play it for an hour, and now I have to think about it for the next month until I have a chance to play it again.
So, you know, I'm in heaven. Heaven.
And of course, not forgetting Baldurs Gate 3. Probably not just the biggest release this year, but fucking ever, man. I hope this game proves to other AAA studios that ambition does not have to be sacrificed for profit insurance. It's so unbelievably satisfying to see a major developer take on such a massive risk and see it pay off in such an incredible way. Spectacular, wow, 10 out of 10, great, damn, good job, holy fuck. So, yeah, while the major releases have been pretty crazy, I think there's some even more exciting stuff both coming up and already released this year that's kind of flying under the radar because of all the other hype. Like, for example, if you're a fan of indie games, you may know of a little shmup roguelite called Monolith. Well, if you haven't heard, they've recently changed the name of that game to Stars of Providence, apparently to avoid any potential for copyright issues with Monolith Productions, owned by Warner Brothers, as they plan to eventually do something big? Who knows what that's about, but I'll be excited to find out. And speaking of some studio drama, Mega Crit Games, the developers of Slay the Spire, laid the biggest mic drops perhaps this decade with their first ever public statement. I suggest you just go look into this whole Unity thing if you haven't already. And on the topic of things you may not have heard of, a game called The Last Spell by Ishtar Games made its official release out of early access earlier this year. And man, this game is absolutely incredible. I found it about a year ago and immediately sunk 80 hours into it. I would like to make an entire video on it at some point, but let me just tell you now, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem or anything like that, then you would love this game. And if you're also a fan of things that aren't related at all, but enjoy when a content creator uses smooth segues, then you might be interested in having released on September 13th, is a small Metroidvania-esque, slightly linear adventure with the feel of Hollow Knight and a gunplay similar to Enter the Gungeon. In it, you wield the Gunbrella, which allows you to fire bullets, launch yourself into the air, float down slowly, and parry incoming attacks and projectiles. This all culminates into a very satisfying combat experience. First, you meet this girl, and she's like, yo, you gotta go save this cute girl, and you're like, okay. But then she's like, I'm a cute girl too, and you're like, whoa, look at her bananas, oh my god. So anyway, you go talk to this guy from whom you learn you're carrying the weapon that killed your wife, so you think about all the fun you just had with it. Yeah, get wrecked, frog. Oh, that blows up. That's so cool. And it's like, yeah. And I'll stop there because I don't want to spoil anything because this game is pretty sweet. However, it also comes with a free game called GateRobado. And, I mean, come on. It's actually a really cute little game with some very satisfying gameplay, and anybody who grew up on the classic Game Boy like I did would probably enjoy it. If you hadn't caught it, upon its release, Dave the Diver was all the rage on Twitch. For a couple weeks, it felt like there was a new person discovering the game every minute. And for good reason. It's charming, relaxing, maintains an engaging gameplay loop, and features quite an endearing little story. And while I didn't put very many hours into it overall, I think that would have been different if I had a Steam Deck. This is probably like the perfect game to play laying in bed listening to the rain outside or something like that. An indie title named QuasiMorph made a long-anticipated intro into early access and I think shows a lot of promise. If you aren't in the niche circle of people like myself who discovered this game in a fever dream, probably, it's seemingly a very punishing, turn-based, isometric roguelite. It's been on my wish list for a while, and I'll be curious to follow its development. And the same goes for Whisker Squadron, a roguelite very clearly inspired by Star Fox, and it's a blast. I've sunk around 12 hours into it, and I'm sure as development progresses I'll end up with plenty more. The game itself is very polished, so it's exciting to imagine all the content that could be added to it. Deadlink, Turbo Overkill, and Bolt Gun are all games that you should check out if you're a fan of the Doom franchise or boomer shooters in general. Or if you're just a fan of shooting guns with the homies and want to feel like you're playing Xbox 360 again, I can't recommend Battlebit Remastered enough. It's up to almost 250 player lobbies, and open mic on death system give it an interactive feel I haven't gotten from a game since Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4 on the Xbox 360.
I'm inside you. Guys, I'm finished. Can you get off? I'm done.
And man, just as I was trying to finish up this video, I've spent way too long on already. Fucking Tony Hawk Remake comes out on the PC, and of course, that's a game that I can't not just drop everything to play. Man, what a lovely remake of probably one of the most iconic games from my childhood. But god fucking damn it, man, I don't have time for this. Well, fuck you, Tony Hawk. What the fuck, man? Why do you have to be so likable and down to earth and pretty? Anyway, I guess that's it. Thanks everybody for what? Oh wait a minute, what's this? Oh shit, this game looks sick, dude. I'll pick this up next sale. Damn. Oh man, I forgot about this one too, dude. This game looks sweet. Hold on, when does Silk Song come out? That's gotta be soon, right? Man, I'm looking forward to that. Hey Brandon, have you played Armored Core yet? Oh, dude, hey, I didn't have any time to play video games today, but definitely tomorrow. I'll have plenty of time tomorrow. I'll get to play all the video games I want as an adult. I'll get to play all the video games I want as an adult. I'll get to play all the video games I want as an adult. I'll get to play all the video games I want as an adult.